Hey YouTube, Frogtoad here. Well, anybody who's been watching my channel for a while knows that I kind of prefer larger knives for EDC. You know, got the SOG Flash 2, the right now locked because it's on camera, the little Kershaw leak, I consider that little, and one of my favorites. This is the Benchmade McHenry Williams. And I really wasn't planning on buying any more knives after I picked up this one because this was a little on the pricey side. But I just went on a road trip here a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago. And as we were pulling out of the hotel, pulled out of the street, I looked across the street and there was a sign that said, "Case Knives, 50% off." Well, what you gonna do? So, you know, the sharp and pointy autopilot took me in there, and to my delight, not only were the case knives on sale, pretty much all the knives were on sale. It was like a little curio shop, and they had a lot of different makes in there. Yeah, they had the case, but they had, you know, Kershaw's, Benchmade, Spyderco, CRKTs. They just had a whole bunch of them, and they were just clearing them out. And while I didn't have a whole lot of money to spend, I was able to pick up this one. And you've seen it in a couple of videos, because I've been carrying it when I'm not carrying my Spyderco Salt, the H1, because I work near the water, especially. I'm doing a lot of work near the water lately. I've been carrying this and checking it out. Now, some of you might be familiar with it. It's a Kershaw Tremor. And bottom line, wow value. Holy cow. Quick stats. 3 3/4 inch, I think it's 8 CR, blah 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 blah, kind of OS 8-ish steel. It's got the G10 scales on it. It does have the speed safe, so I mean, we'll get some more of that in a few minutes here, but we're just looking it over. And it has a really deep pocket carry. That's a big deal for me, because when I've got these things in my pocket, I don't want to have it flip out. And it was one of the big reasons that I carry this SOG. I mean, that when you put that in your pocket, it goes away. So when I saw this, it was like, yeah, you know, what's not to like? I mean, that just listen. Tell me that's not a little bit of blade porn. I mean, it just opens up right now, and with authority. Anyway, like I said, I really wasn't in the market for another blade, but while this blade is not real expensive to start with, I think it runs in the mid-30s. I could be wrong. Go check it out. But I got this one at the door for 20 bucks. In a box, brand new. So who can complain for that price? So I started carrying it, and you know, I like the blade shape. It's useful. One of the big things I didn't like about the leak, which is why it's kind of a backup, is with that straightish blade, it's a little hard to get down in and do stuff. But this one's got belly. You know, it does, the upper part here is ground but not sharpened. It's just got a really nice blade shape. I like it a lot. And I also like that the flipper doesn't protrude crazy out. It is not that far off of the line of the knife. So it's comfortable to carry. And it's really, really difficult to deploy accidentally. I mean, you can see how far. See, we get a little close. There's the peak, the tip of it. It wants to go back in. This is one of the things I've always liked about I think all the speed safes. It's got to get to that point there before you're getting close to where it's going to open up. So I don't know what's going on in your pockets, but not much is going on in mine to do that. And yeah, you know, I'll be the first to admit, sometimes I'll be sitting here watching other people's YouTube videos and just kind of It's a great fondling knife. It's just a lot of fun to open. You want to use it. It's a fun knife. Okay, I'll admit it's a little much, you know, for the, gee, how can I say this politely? No, I can't, so I won't. The panty waste, you pull this out to clean your fingernails, and, you know, you might soil somebody's diapers, but they're just going to have to deal with it. So overall, I've been carrying it now for about a week and a half, pretty much about half the day when I'm not working, because I do carry the H1 when I'm around the water. This one will rust where the H1 won't. And I've just done a lot of everyday tasks with it, and it's been up to it's been up to it. You know, if I really went, you know, is there something about it I don't like? Okay, the blade centering needs some work. You know, it doesn't rub, and for a blade of this size, this mass, it opens up. As you can see, I keep doing it because, you know what? It's fun. So would I recommend it? Yup. You know, if you don't want to go out and spend money like this will cost you, and I never can, you know, if I'm not on camera, I can just flick that thing open like there's no tomorrow. You know, but of course, because I'm on camera, I'll bugger it all up. But, yeah, if you don't want to go out and spend 3 figures plus, you know, on a Benchmade, which I love this knife, but what a great alternative. What a great, inexpensive alternative. Yeah, the political types, it is made in China, so, you know, that's not something I particularly care for, but what it really came down to is, and the final thing that made me buy this knife, is I was really looking hard at the Spyderco Resilience. And, you know, I consider them very similar as far as where they are in the food chain. But Spyderco couldn't deliver one. I waited for about a month and a half before I just gave up. And that just happened to be right about the same time I was going out of town, and Kershaw came through. So my inexpensive large blade thing is pretty much taken care of. Kershaw Tremor. You want a big blade? Don't want to spend a lot of money, something usable, yeah, this just might be for you. Alright, well, let's go ahead and make them all open so they look pretty. Fair winds, y'all. See you next time around.